Welcome back. Today we've got this really specific, kind of wild story from the sources.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. A single night at a large campground.
Right, and it's about two completely different realities just colliding. You've got this totally normal junior high church camp out on one side.
Pure innocence.
Yeah.
And then on the other, this, well, clandestine organized ritual.
It's such a stark contrast. So we have these two parallel stories happening at the same time.
Exactly. The sources lay out the experience of these six 13-year-old boys. Very detailed.
And then also the plans of the other group, the ones doing the ritual.
Right. So our mission here is really to unpack what happens when these two carefully set up worlds just slam into each other unexpectedly.
Okay, so let's start with the camp out. East end of the campground, right?
Yeah, the East End. And picture it. It's exactly what you'd expect. 6 boys, campfire stories.
The classics, like Boxcar Willie.
Yep, Boxcar Willie. And apparently some weird convoluted story about an old lady hide and seek in a tree. Something about resuscitation. Typical campfire weirdness.
Sounds about right. And their world was, like, super controlled.
Oh, intensely regulated. The sources mention very strict music rules. Only Christian rock.
Like Reliant K.
Reliant K, the Gazer Trio, stuff like that. This one source says, a Weezer Blue album got confiscated.
No way, the Blue album.
Yeah, apparently too rowdy for maximum fellowship. They were really trying to keep things, safe and focused.
Okay, so total innocence bubble on the east side, but then there's Volunteer John.
Yes. Volunteer John. The catalyst, really. Around 2:40 a.m.?
Yeah, he decides it's a great time for a goat man scare walk.
No flashlights. Leading, 4 of these kids out into the dark, away from the main campsite.
It's just asking for trouble, really. Okay, so that's setting up on the east end. Meanwhile,
West End. Meanwhile, miles away, West End, totally different vibe. Preparations are underway for a ritual, scheduled for 3 a.m.
led by this guy, Arnold Bissell.
Right, Arnold Bissell. And what's really key here, according to the source material, is that his whole malevolence seemed pretty manufactured.
Manufactured how? Like, he didn't really believe it.
Well, the text suggests he kind of faked his way to the top. It was more about control through psychological games, psychosis, mass hysteria.
So the fear he generated wasn't supernatural. It was deliberately created.
That's what the source implies, yeah. Let's do the organization. The followers wore specific cloaks, darker red, black, gray.
Color-coded, like for roles.
The source doesn't specify roles for the colors, but it definitely sounds like staging.
Yeah.
Very hierarchical, designed for dramatic effect within his group.
And they were setting up on a hilltop on the west end, but they had to be careful.
Yeah, super careful. The campground was packed. There was a couples retreat somewhere.
A crochet committee.
Yeah.
Seriously.
A senior crochet committee. So Bissell apparently told his followers, explicitly, operate quieter than usual tonight.
Makes sense. Did they have, contingency plans if they ran into someone?
They did. This is wild. Bissell told them, if you encounter one of the visitors, use their lingo.
Their lingo, like church camp lingo.
Presumably. And even weirder, if they were really caught, they were supposed to start singing one of the visitors' songs as a decoy.
Wait, so cloaked figures doing a ritual?
Gaither Trio, maybe? This is bizarre, right? But it fits that psychological manipulation angle. Confusion, shock, it buys time.
That is incredible. Pure performance art, almost.
Totally. And just before this, the source notes Bissell turned a cross upside down, did an incantation, really leaning into the performative opposition.
Okay, so the stage is set. Jean and the boys were wandering around looking for the fake goat man.
About half a mile from their own campsite. Totally oblivious.
And they stumble onto the real event, the rocky hilltop.
Bingo. They see flames first. Then the whole scene unfolds. A fire pit, stones arranged around it 9 feet from the center, 2 feet apart, very specific.
And the
16, maybe 17 cloaked figures dancing. And Bissell is there. He'd apparently doused himself with water.
For flammability? Smart, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. And he's doing this bizarre incantation. The source describes it as mimicking glossolalia, speaking in tongues, but, staccato, in unison with the group, trying to provoke that hysteria he wanted.
So the boys see this. What happens to the goat man praying?
Oh, it just evaporates.
Yeah.
Instantly. John, Mr. Scare Prank leader, apparently panics first, just shoots off in the opposite direction.
Adrenaline hits, fight or flight kicks in, mostly flight.
He just bolts.
Almost.
What does he do?
He grabs the nearest thing, a big hollow metal trash can lid.
Oh no.
And he hurls it. It lands right near the ritual circle with this deafening clang.
Just shattering the mood.
Instantly. It's such a mundane, jarring sound. Completely wrong for the eldritch vibe they were going for.
And then,
Two very loud, very enthusiastic, very misplaced claps mid-chanting.
I can't even picture it. A dark ritual meets nursery playtime.
The effect was immediate. Just
Yeah.
absolute. The chanting died instantly. Stone cold silence.
Timer just froze.
Froze. Then Bissell throws open the window of this nearby storage cabin, and his face, apparently, pure terror.
But not supernatural terror.
You know, not fear of angry spirits or whatever. It was, and the source uses this exact phrase, utter catastrophic ridicule.
He knew he looked like an idiot.
Completely, he starts roaring, right?
Yeah.
Trying desperately to salvage it. It is a decoy. Maintain the ritual. Do not stop.
But it was too late.
Way too late. And this is the core insight, really. The assembly didn't, panic and run screaming from John. They just kind of wavered. Then they started to disintegrate.
Yeah.
People just sort of shuffled away, embarrassed. The shared belief, the power of the performance, it was punctured, not by, holy symbols, but by sheer crushing awkwardness.
They abandoned the ritual to save face.
Exactly. Self-preservation kicked in, but it was preservation from embarrassment, not demons.
So this whole grand, terrifying facade collapsed by a piece of actual garbage. And the boys, terrified, they just flee too. No more jokes. They run back to their own campfire.
And just stay there.
Yeah, huddled up. Didn't sleep again until daybreak, according to the source. Just completely freaked out.
Wow. Okay, so let's unpack this collision. What does this all mean for you listening?
Well, the core tension, it's just so clear, isn't it? You have these two attempts to create fear. Bissell's was intentional, organized, psychologically manipulative, calculated malevolence, maybe?
Right, and John's was just adolescent foolishness, a prank gone wrong.
Exactly. One was a failed joke. The other was this calculated attempt at control using fear. And Bissell's manufactured fear completely overwhelmed John's pretend scare.
It's a really sharp reminder then about the difference between, telling ghost stories around a campfire and stumbling into something else. Something hidden, organized, even if it's artificially dark.
Yeah, and it shows how quickly that feeling of control, like John thought he had with his prank, can just vanish when faced with something genuinely unsettling, even if the source of that unease is itself a performance.
Absolutely. And the source material ends with this kind of curious note about Bissell.
Right, hoping he might find God one day.
Yeah.
Which is interesting given the context.
It does raise a final thought, doesn't it? When you have sources that clearly paint one side as, evil, or deliberately organizing against traditional beliefs, how does that perspective suggest we should approach those people?
Yeah, how do you process that information, that portrayal of organized opposition? Definitely something to think about.